In the 1800s in Annonay, France, two brothers, Montgolfier brothers, and they were printers, stationers, what we would call a printer today. They were, They made paper. And they were sitting around at night watching the fire, and they noticed the smoke going up the chimney and the paper and all of that going up the chimney. They conjectured that it was the smoke that made things go up. And they thought, if we could capture that smoke, perhaps we could ride up. So they made the first envelope out of paper, and that's why we still call the round part of a balloon an envelope, because they made envelopes. So they made an envelope. What they didn't realize was that the smoke helped seal the pores in the paper to hold the heat in. So the smoke was good. We now put a chemical coating inside fabric to hold the air in. So they watched it fly away, and then they decided, okay, let's see if it'll carry somebody. So the first balloon flight, they put a goat and a chicken and a duck on a platform, and they heated up the envelope, and they flew away, and they landed, and they all lived. So they needed to try human flight. So they tried human flight. First flight that went, I guess, was convicts, and they put them in, and they came down. But when they came out of the sky, they had this big smoky fire because they thought the smoke was needed. And the smoking thing with belching flames and smoke and fire came down and landed in the field, and all the peasants got scared and attacked it with pitchforks. It could be very expensive every time you lose an envelope on your balloon. Well, we've continued that tradition. It's still very expensive to go ballooning. And but the king said, well, if you bring a bottle of the local sparkling wine, when you land, show them that, and they will know that you came from the earth and not devils from the sky. That's where the tradition of having champagne when you land in the balloon came from. After the French started that, oh, by the way, one of the brothers' names, the first brother that flew, his name was Pilot. That's where pilot comes from. So, and in Europe, they still call a balloon a Montgolfier, which is the last name of it. So Pilot Montgolfier is what we started going on now. Well, then the Irish got involved. And the Irish like ballooning because you got to drink in the morning, which is really an important thing in their society. But as always, they associated a prayer with it. So when we land, we now do a toast. We say, the winds have welcomed you with softness. The sun has blessed you with its warm hands. You have flown so high and so well that God has joined you in laughter and set you gently back again into the loving arms of Mother Earth. Drink up.
Drink up.
Very well said, sir. You are now balloonatics. So what you need to do on the way home today is stop at Toys R Us. Buy a bag of marbles. Throw a few marbles in your mouth, and every time you make a balloon flight, you spit out a marble. When you've lost all your marbles, you're a full-fledged balloonist like Jim and me. You heard that one before, didn't you? Every time I do it right. And ladies, this is yours to share and drink and keep as you like. Here's the top if you want to save it. And I should open my...
Let me get... For you. For you too.